In a healthy marriage, how often should a couple have sex?
Let's go. Weekly for us, it rhymes with 9. I'm kidding. It's like, Judah, don't do this. Well, I think it's a wonderful thing. What would you say, Chell?
I would say this. I think it's definitely seasonal. When we were first married was different than when we first had like a newborn and a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old. That was different than it is now that we have some teenagers. There are some benefits to teenagers, and a better sex life is probably one of them. So I would say it changes seasonally, but I think we always have to remember that sex is a gift that God gave us for intimacy in our marriage. And in so many ways, it feels like it just hits the reset button. You know, when you're just getting annoyed at little things for no reason, and there's just some friction. Sex to me is just a wonderful thing to just kind of hit the reset button, get priorities back in order. And so I think for as often as you need that, then that is between your marriage. For us, I think because we live a fast, full life, it's a lot, but it's great.
It is great, right? I mean, is that what you're saying, or? I would say this. I think sex is can be a weapon, obviously, for evil, but it can be a weapon for good. And sex is an amazing way to fight the good fight of faith. And whether it's temptation or whether it's just a busy season, you feel like you're apart. And so there are absolute seasons where Chelsea and I are like, hey, we need to have more sex now than ever. And that is something I feel very strongly about in most seasons. Can't remember a season where I haven't felt like that, but that's not important.
Can I add this to the equation
As I was
too?
saying that, I was like, wait a
second, that's every
like
season.
that all the time.
Congrats. We feel in our marriage, and I think this is biblical too, that we should never withhold sex as a means for manipulation, that will never get you anywhere you want to go in your marriage. And if you find yourself trying to do that, you are on probably a slippery path to a lack of intimacy, when really what we all want in marriage is intimacy and sex. So that's never a good thing to withhold sex to get what you want.
Yeah, and in Scripture is very clear that if there is a season where you kind of want to pray and study and kind of not have sex, the teachings of Scripture are clear. Like, don't do that for very long. Like, get back together so that the devil doesn't, have the best of you. And so that's just, black and white. It's in Scripture. So.